Am I live? I don't know if anyone's in here. It's not showing me anyone here. Can you? Oh, hello, Jen. Can you hear me all right? And see me all right? I'm just hoping the internet goes all right. My internet yesterday was horrible, and I wasn't game enough to get on and do a live because I didn't think it would work. Hey, Jeff, how you going? Yeah, has anyone had bad internet? Really bad internet? Says no one is here. Oh, yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm getting 4 now, I think. 4 people. 3. It just went down when I said that. 4 now. Okay. I've got a few things to talk about today because, there's a lot going on. So, someone was asking me about the troops that are going from the US over to Europe, and I believe that is to help with what's going on at the moment. If you look at my last video, yep, especially with live streams, exactly. Internet's good there at the moment, Jen, and yeah, Penny, I'm having problems too. Yesterday I couldn't get on, even if I wanted to, which I had my grandson as well, and he was being loud, and I couldn't get a quiet minute. But that's fine. I had a very busy week this week. So yeah, someone was asking me about the troops going from the US over to the UK, and that's part of what's going on. I really believe that what's going on is a trap for the deep state, all the corruption. One of our politicians has the coronavirus now, Peter Dutton, and our Royal Easter Show, which is a pretty big event, has been cancelled, and gatherings of more than 500 people. I'd say we're going to go into lockdown. I'd say it's going to happen. And really, when you think about it, if they're going to clean this up, the only way to stop those people from running or escaping is to lock everything down. So that's okay, hun. Same here. Kids are highly sensitive too. Yeah, exactly. Everything's going very weird. ScoMo been with Duts all week. Yep. You heard that, and ScoMo is refusing the test. Yeah. I think they're doing it because they know that it's pretty much, I don't think there's that much to worry about other than it's like a bad flu. That's what I think. That's just my opinion, though. You don't have to think the same. There's a few other things I came across that I found interesting. So, does anyone remember the cash that was sent to Iran? And now half of Iran's politicians have the coronavirus. I think it's an excuse for something else. And Italy's on lockdown. Okay, what's in Italy? The Vatican? The mob? That's going to take a while. I mean, that's going to be a big one. So Italy will be, I think they'll be hit harder than anyone else with it as the cover. Oh, what else have I got? Trudeau has coronavirus. Trudeau in Canada. What a better person. Couldn't be a better person to get the virus than that, to be honest. He is, I don't even know where to start with him. He's like our Labor here, like the Democrats in the US. He's insane, is what he is. And I've heard he's Fidel Castro's son. Has anyone else heard that one? That Trudeau from Canada is Fidel Castro's son. What else have we got? And the way to track them too is to put us in lockdown because they can actually track them because no one will be out. So, yeah, very bizarre, including Hanks. Yeah, exactly, Tom Hanks. A lot of people think they're going to try and run because they've just played. This is their last card. The coronavirus was the deep state's last hand. That's all they had. They've got nothing else now. So now we're hearing it's the year of the boomerang, where it's all going to turn back now on them. So let's hope that they actually do get. That's if this is what we're hearing, okay? But I believe it is. I don't think there's a better way of doing what they were planning to do than to do it this way. What else have I got? Oh, and think about it, okay? Trump has promised to drain the swamp, okay? And anyone who follows Q knows that they are behind him. Now, if that turns out to be fake and Trump doesn't do what he says he's going to do, there is going to be a worldwide rising of people. So I don't think they can get out of. There's no way that they're not doing what they say they're doing. Otherwise, the world will rise up now. And they're also trying to awaken people. Why would they do that to then come down on us all? See, it doesn't make sense. When I for the last 12 years, have been looking at all this and believe the same as everyone else. They're going to get us. The New World Order's coming, and they're going to chip us and vaccinate us and tag us. I have since then looked at other information that has actually given me hope that that's not what is going to happen. Okay? So, okay, what else have we got here? Trump sending troops to Iraq as well. Okay, yep. Hello from Oklahoma. How you going? Good, I'm glad. So, yeah, I do think that this is going on, and what we think is happening, because if it isn't, can you imagine how many people all around the world too, not just in America, people all around the world follow Q, and people all around the world are following Trump to see what he does. So if it doesn't happen, if things don't happen, and they all turn out to be fake, can you imagine the uprising that would cause? And everyone would go after them. If we all stand up, it's over for them, the people in charge. So it sort of doesn't make sense anymore to think now that we're going to end up with chips and New World Order. It is going to be a New World Order in a different way. It's freedom. After this comes freedom, just around the corner. We have to put up with this, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be bumpy, a bumpy ride. But there is freedom around the corner. Okay, so the military don't get sick. What the actual... Yep, I agree, because it's not what we think it is. A proud patriot, hello to all. Hey, Eric, how you going? And Meg, hi, from Ireland, how you going? So Ireland, I think, is going to go into lockdown too. I've got cousins over there, and they were panicking a little bit. And I'm trying to stop people from panicking because of what I see of what this is. So I'm going to read you a couple of... Okay, what have I done on my phone? Right in front of me? It's blending in with my table. It's black. I found a few really interesting tweets and pieces of information on the internet. Has anyone heard about Obama's... the guy who called Obama a brother? He's a politician in the US who was arrested in a drug bust. Now, from Candace Owens on Twitter, she's put up the actual paperwork for the bust. Here is the last page of the report, which cites the crystal meth. Guess Florida made the right move electing Governor DeSantis. I'm told Andrew Gillum and his buddies were naked when cops arrived, which is the reason a sex orgy is suspected but not confirmed. What do you think of that one? Hello, Island Irish in Oklahoma. Yeah, hello, Island Irish in Australia. I am from Taupo, New Zealand. I enjoy this channel. Oh, thank you. Oh, good to see it. New Zealand brother, sisters, everyone from everywhere. Hey, from Texas. How you going, Ed? And Tracy from Texas. Oh, wow, that's great. We're all over the place. Okay, what else have I found? Oh, here we go. Okay. God, it's dark. I can't see if it's a tweet or a twit. I'm a twit. Okay. No, it is a Q post from the 22nd of November 2017. USA versus the world or the deep state. Necessary to cut strings from foreign bad actors. Necessary to form worldwide alliances to defeat. Think Merkel is a coincidence. They are puppets. They are weak. They are scared. 80% dark ops necessary, which is what we're in. 20% public for justice. The stage must be set. Have faith. Now, it is cryptic, but it is what I think related to what we're dealing with here. This is an operation, a military operation. So we just have to sit tight. If we're told to stay inside and not go out, don't go out. Stay out of it. If people start rioting in the street, stay out of it. Stay away from it. Just pull all the blinds, lock your doors. And also just understand that the internet might go down is another thing. I really wanted to get that message out there. The internet may go down. I don't know for how long. It could be 10 days. That's why the 10 days of darkness. But I think it could go either shorter or longer as well. Exciting it is. I'm absolutely ecstatic to be living in this time because I wanted to see this happen. And not only if it was going to go good, even if it was going to go the way we all thought in the beginning, because I've been researching Agenda 21 since 2008 or so. And I wanted to be alive for this time because I wanted to be one of the people who fought against it. And now I'm finding that I am here trying to help other people and trying to fight against it in my own way. I'm not out there fighting anyone, but just bringing information and so that we can all sort of get what's going on here. It's all true. Andrew Gilliam release, even though highly intoxicated, democratic justice. And if you go and watch Kip Simpson's channel, the amount of Democrats getting arrested right now, but they're all lower levels, is unbelievable. So if things are happening, it's not like it's not happening. This is happening. And we can see it now because it's, most of the world's going into lockdown. So I had a few other, where are we? Oh, that one's going to be hard to read, I think. Yep, okay. See if I can make it bigger. Q Clearance Patriot. Now, this is not Q. It's Q Clearance Patriot. My fellow Americans, over the course of the next several days, you will undoubtedly realise that we are taking back our great country, the land of the free, from the evil tyrants that wish to do us harm and destroy the last remaining refuge of shining light. On POTUS order, we have initiated certain fail-safes that shall safeguard the public from the primary fallout, which is slated to occur from the 11th of the 3rd, or 11th of March, upon the arrest announcement of Mr. Podesta. Actionable the 11th of the 4th month, which will be 11th of April. Now, some of this may be out. The dates may be out, but it's the message that is important. Confirmation to the public of what is occurring will then be revealed and will not be openly accepted. Public riots are being organised in serious numbers in an effort to prevent the arrest and capture of more senior public officials. On POTUS order, a state of temporary military control will be actioned and special ops carried out. False leaks have been made to retain several within the confines of the United States to prevent extradition and special operator necessity. Rest assured the safety and well-being of every man, woman and child of this country is being exhausted in full. However, the atmosphere within the country will unfortunately be divided, as so many have fallen for the corrupt and evil narrative that has been long broadcast. We will be initiating the Emergency Broadcast System, EMS, during this time, in an effort to provide a direct message, avoiding the fake news, to all citizens. Don't walk on my computer. Organisations and or people that wish to do us harm during this time will be met with swift fury. Certain laws have been pre-lifted to provide our great military the necessary authority to handle and conduct these operations at home and abroad. So, I found that really interesting. I've got a cat trying to walk on my computer. Go, Bella. Okay, so what do you think of that? That is interesting. Kip Simpson reports new cases every week. Yep, he does. I think nearly every day. Hey, Caramel, how you going? Caramel Fudge. I'm hearing a serious whistle right now. Really? Can anyone else hear a whistling noise? I haven't got any fans going or anything. Everything's good. Start at the state level and move up the hierarchy to the corrupt upper levels. Follow Kip Simpson's hundreds of arrests. Exactly. Lockdown from 6 p.m. today. Really? Jen Marshall, no. Okay. So you can't hear a whistle? I just want to make sure the sound's all right. And someone did mention on my last live that they heard a high pitch. That was the crickets, I think. No whistle? Oh, good. It could be your phone. Good, I'm glad. It might be coming through your phone. Sound all good? Okay. Good, I'm glad. Maybe close the window and come back in. That's the only thing I can suggest to do. Sometimes it works to even things out and get really weird noises to go away. Yeah, so what we're in is a military operation, guys, and it had to happen. Through the last 2 and a bit years, anyone who follows Q, they did say they will need to institute martial law to get these people, because it's not going to be easy. And if you think about it, when they start arresting famous people and say people like Hillary and Barack Obama, people are going to freak out. They're really going to freak out. So they have to sort of close everything down. What's Q? Okay. Q is a way for the military to give us messages. There is a place called QAnon.pub where you can just type it in your search bar. It's QAnon.pub. You can also download an app, but it's just as easy really to go to the QAnon.pub. And it's military information, just to give us a bit of a heads up on what's going on so that people didn't freak out and think that this is the new world order. And oh, my cat. You might stop my stream, baby. Yeah, to get the information out there so that we didn't panic, and so that people, well, like me and other Q followers, can try and let people know what's going on. So there's a lot of people, though, that haven't heard of Q. Oh, she just caps are on. A lot of people actually haven't heard of Q. So, and I understand. What I would suggest you do is go onto QAnon.pub, and in the right-hand corner, in the top right-hand corner, there's a little arrow. It's pretty faint, so you might have to zoom. Click the arrow, and what will happen is it'll go from the beginning, because otherwise you have to scroll right to the bottom to find the beginning. If you click the little arrow, it'll bring the beginning to the top, and start reading through it. Now, some things will be a lot of politics, and you can skip over certain things. As you go on and read, sorry guys, I've got a tickle in my throat. It's coronavirus. Now, I'll probably try and The flu's trying to come on, but I've been taking vitamin C, and so I haven't got it yet. But I've got a tickle in my throat, and I have had sneezing a couple of times. Yes, to go from the beginning of Q. And once you start reading it, things will start sticking out to you, especially what we're going through now, because it's all through Q. He warned us all the way through. So even in the beginning, I think the third or fourth post, straight away I looked back at it and went, interesting. Because you'll get little hints, and there's also links in there to news articles and things as well, links to Twitter feeds, just giving you information, but information they feel is relative to everything. Deception Bites decodes very well. She does. And who else? X22 Report. Dave is really, really good and really calming, and he has a lot of good information. Eric, good on you, mate. Jen, thanks. Going to check it out in depth. Yeah, I definitely look. Anyone who doesn't know who Q is, I would highly recommend just to go and check it out. And whether you believe it or not, if you don't believe in Q, I think a lot of people, because there are videos out there against Q, and a lot of people don't believe in it. But anyone who's read it and followed it knows that it can't be fake. There's no way. There's no way. It's pre-planned. Everything is pre-planned, and you can see how it's pre-planned. Oh, baby. She wants some attention. Oh, darling. Oh, she's going to knock everything off him. Got a cup of tea here, sitting on a candle. I just don't want the candle going over. A resurgence of swine flu in China. Really? I think they're going to put out... See, what we're seeing now is the deep state's last attempt. They've got nothing else. This was it. With coronavirus scare. So what's happened is the military and Trump's team and everyone behind them have turned it around against them, the people who were supposed to let it go in the first place. Sorry, I'm really distracted. My cat is just trying to get on everything right now. Don't give that attention. Give me attention. Yes, X22. He is great. He's another good one. There's also iPod. McAllister TV, True Reporting. There's a few of them. And sometimes you'll come across people who talk about things that you may not believe in. Like when people started talking about, like I'd listen to David Icke. He'd talk about aliens and I'd go, rightio, but some of his information is good. So I wouldn't just discount everything he said just because he said that. I would look at what he said and try and research things. And aliens, look, I do think that they're going to be not what we think they are anyway. I don't know what aliens are. Who knows? Amazing Polly is another one. Exactly. She is fantastic. One of the best researchers that I could only hope to be like, A friend of mine said censorship's gone from Google search at the moment. Well, I think that's going to happen pretty quickly. I've noticed that people are starting to show up on recommended, not just like mainstream news now on YouTube. I actually had one the other day that normally they won't recommend other truther channels, but the other day there was one sitting there ready to go next, autoplay, and I thought, oh, okay. They've still been slowly knocking little bits here and there off my channel. Larger channels are having like tens of thousands of people drop from their subscriber list. So they are still trying, but they're useful idiots. They really are. The people who work there, I don't know why they don't stand up and say, no, we're not doing this. Jen, Might have been bird flu, sorry. Okay, yes. Well, I think the flu is just going to go round. And all these flus, we know they were all man-made. And I wouldn't be surprised if even way back in 1918, was it, when the Spanish flu, that was also orchestrated, at least. It is swine flu, caramel fudge, yep. Useful idiots, yeah, they are. People who work for Google and YouTube and Facebook, wake up! Might have had my wires crossed. I think it was bird flu. That's okay. Look, I get wires crossed too. So there's sometimes that we are going to be wrong about things, but really, I don't think this is wrong. I think because there's too many questions about this coronavirus. It's just the more I see and the more I hear, the more it just doesn't sound like what they are trying to tell us it is. Private Benjamin, I work with great Aussies on our YouTube channel. Ah, you have a YouTube channel? I have to check that out. And hey, how you going? No, definitely swine flu. Okay. Yeah, she said she searched a few things and got answers she's been trying to get for ages, especially vaccine related. Yep. Check out Quniversity. Yes, yes. I meant to mention him. He's great. Is he a professor? Yep. Is that a PhD? Is it the same thing? I think it is. Doug Belmore, he tells it like it is, and he was actually sacked from the university for trying to talk about this stuff and Q, I think. I think he tried to show a video on the Trump, what was it called? The Trying to Save the World video. And he got sacked for it. So, yes, definitely check out Quniversity. I don't know if it's Q University or Quniversity. Prophet Benjamin, I'm a nurse, research vaccine patterns and corrupt CDC, FDA. Exactly. Coronavirus's optics, yep. Yep. That's correct. Okay, so he is a PhD. I thought he was. I watch him as well, and he has the explanations so simple that anyone can understand. Private Benjamin, dumpster truffles. What's that? Hiya. I don't know what's dumpster truffles. Can anyone tell me? But yeah, what honestly, if when we go into lockdown, just do what you're told to do. Stay indoors. If you hear and things going on in the street, just stay indoors. Don't get involved. Because what they're going to do, I think, as well, is the smaller people. Okay, you're going to have people. You know who the finders are? They're people all over the world who kidnap children, right? And these are very low people. They're not known to anyone. They're not famous. But this is the bottom level we're talking about. And these people could be in your street. Also, people who work for abortion clinics who sell fetal tissue parts for nefarious reasons. They will also, I think, a lot of them, especially if they've been making money off it, are going to be arrested. And I think that was what we've seen in China. The people being taken down in the street could have been organ traffickers even. There's another one. Organ traffickers, human traffickers, fetal tissue traffickers. We just don't know. So I wouldn't trust what China says. And someone did translate the screaming out of their buildings that time, the video that we saw, that they were calling it fake. And they were telling each other to stay strong. It's fake. Okay, let's go back to the comments. And Kaz guest spots on the Dumpsters channel. Oh, that's the channel, is it? Dumpster Truffles? Is that Spots. Sorry, swine is Indonesia, bird flu China. Okay. Don't know about truffles, just made some brownie. Will that do? I'd love to taste that. I haven't tasted brownies, would you believe it? I'll make chocolate chip cookies and a nice slice with jam in the middle. It's like an oat. Oh, it's everything. It's yummy. It's kind of like, do you know what Anzac biscuits are? Or butternut cookies? It's got rolled oats and coconut and a bit of everything in it. It's beautiful. Yes, he was fired for sharing Joe M's video. That's right. Is it the plan to... Oh, I can't remember what the name of it is. Virtually no children get infected with COVID-19. Exactly. Agree, simple logic. Yeah, so look, honestly, I think we just have to remain calm because panicking's going to do no good anyway. Even if things did go a bit heads up, still panicking is not going to do anyone any good. And we can see, like, the whole world, I think, is now in shortage of toilet paper. Is anyone else in any country other than Australia having a toilet paper shortage? Can you tell me? Did you have toilet paper where you are? That's the Chan's. Oh, the Chan's name, okay. Yeah, because I think the toilet paper shortage is a false scarcity as well. I think they're holding back because we've had videos of full warehouses full of toilet paper, and yet there's still none on the shelves, and everyone's limited to one bag of toilet paper per person. When we lived in the Philippines, a person connected with a pastor we knew knocked on our door asking if we knew someone who could give them a kidney. What the air? See, there's that too. There's organ trafficking going on. So it's not just the fetal tissues from abortion clinics, and there's all body parts. Remain actively calm is the best solution. Exactly. And that's why I came on here as well. I wanted to be part of this. I wanted to be part of the truth. I had a different perspective than people I was watching, so I thought, look, the only way I'm going to get my message across is to do the same thing and jump on. And so that's what I did. Plenty of food, but no toilet paper. Yeah, I think they're creating false scarcity. Went to market yesterday, no shortages at all in my neck of America. Oh, okay. Glad I caught you live streaming. That's good. I'm glad you joined us. Got some loo paper yesterday in Woolies and Churchill. Really? Hello, alkaline's important. How you doing? Yeah, so I think a lot of things, they're going to... there seems to be big things happening with this one incident. So I think the world is about to change in a massive way. Massive. And it's going to come from this one thing, this coronavirus. I've heard the Pope is being locked up in the Vatican. I don't know if that's true. Hev has great energy and joy of presentations. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to... Yeah, I'm like that in person as well. I have a lot of people and a lot of friends who ring me, and when they're stressed out really, really badly. And like I've answered the phone, hello, and got, what the... Someone screaming at me on the other end. It was my friend. And she wasn't screaming at me. She was very, very upset. And this happens to a lot of people. When they ring me, for some reason, after speaking to me for a while, they calm down. And in the end, I normally make them laugh, or, they always say thank you, But my dad's like that. He's a very calm person. And when I was younger, I was not a calm person. I was more like my mum when I was young, and she's a hothead. But then I calmed down as I got older. So, look, if I can give the calming vibes out, that's what my intention is, because we all need to stay calm. This is not what we think. We will be all right. The deep state won't. So if you're not part of the deep state, you're going to be fine. Keep taking vitamin C, by the way. Vitamin C does work to keep even the normal flu away. So if you've got a weakened immune system, which I have, and she's about to knock that over, I have a weakened immune system, and I get the flu all winter, normally. And it would have started by now. But I've been taking vitamin C, and I'm taking at least 1,000 milligrams per day, and I don't get the flu. I get little niggles. I've got a little cough at the moment. I've sneezed a couple of times. Nothing serious though. Nothing. So yeah, it's stopping me from getting the flu, the vitamin C. So I would recommend anyone else who has a weakened immune system who can handle it to take the vitamin C. 1,000 milligrams at least 3 times a day. If you're, actually I'm only about 5'2", so if you're taller or bigger, you may need an extra 1,000 milligrams. Our world will never be the same. I agree. This is it. This is the change. The world is about to change, and we've been waiting, and this is it. Hot brownies. Shh. Can I have one of them? I would like to try one. I really would. Caramel fudge, it can only get better. Yes. Well, that's what I mean. I think freedom is around the corner. But you know what? It is going to be hard work. It's not just going to, all of a sudden we're free. We are going to have to work at this for a while. And it might be 5 years down the track to get everything right on track. But I think people in general are good. And I think we will all pull in together to help our countries. I'm going to cough again. Okay. I'm at a dash for groceries yesterday and literally got run back into my house by an insane woman on the street. Not scared. I'm amazed at what I'm seeing. Exactly. It's the other people you've got to worry about. And they're the people that listen to mainstream news. Unfortunately, mainstream news has worked that well over the years that there's some people who just can't seem to wake up out of it. They really believe everything they see and hear on the TV. And that's sad. Caramel fudge, have you a calming presence and a gorgeous personality? Oh, thank you. Oh, you're going to make me blush. Thank you so much. And that's what I'm trying to get across. That's why I decided to do YouTube videos. So we're in a toilet paper crisis, but by next week, price gouging. Yeah, have you seen Gumtree and eBay? Up to $1,000 for a pack of toilet paper. That is ridiculous. And you know what? Our shops have said you cannot return it now, so I hope they all get stuck with it. That'll teach them. Look, I think it's good to be prepared, but do it over time, like a long time. Do not wait till the last minute. And this is a lesson for us, I think, in the future. I don't even know if shops will be standing the way they are right now. I think things will go back to little butchers and vegetable markets, and I don't know. But this is just things I can see that we will go backwards to an extent, but for the better. And then we will have certain technology. I don't even know if the internet will stand after this. The internet, in a way, as much as it's brought people together, it's also divided people into, although that was the social engineering people that did that, divided people into gender, race. Well, we're all the same. We all bleed. We all have skin, and when that gets cut, we all bleed. If something falls on us, we get broken bones. We are all the same. We're all brothers and sisters. So, I forgot where I was going with that. Can you imagine being in my head? Oh my goodness, there's so much in there that it's really hard to organise. And because I didn't write everything down today, I'm a bit unorganised. So, okay, let's go through comments. Hopefully, I'll remember what I was trying to say. Okay. Fasting is good for 20 days. Water fast. Be amazed at what comes out. I'm sure that would flush you out. I got stocked up in 1984. Yeah, well, I've been doing it since 2008. Just little bits, like making sure I have a bit of extra canned food, and I do stock up on toilet paper anyway. Not overly, but like 2 or 3 packs normally sitting there. Yeah, and things like I normally buy before I run out, so that yeah. My parents taught me that. They went through the Second World War, the 1930s, 40s, and they were frugal. So they watched everything they spent, and they did. When my dad's seen things cheap on special, he would go and bulk up on that thing. And it was something that he would buy anyway. So what he just did was just go and, yeah, stock up on that one thing. And so I kind of do the same thing. You'll know, caramel fudge, you'll know by the second week of April. After, it will just keep getting better. I think it will. Private Benjamin, but I'm an old school hoarder. I'm a bit myself. Not bad, but I don't want to be like a minimalist. I think you need some stuff. Especially if you have to improvise for any reason, if you at least have some stuff laying around, things like string and, I mean, I know it sounds silly, but, or wool, or you just don't know what these things can come in handy for. If you need something and you cannot go and get it, then you may need to try and make something to substitute for that. So, in a way, I don't think hoarding is a bad thing to an extent. It depends. If your house is really, like, if you've got the space, you're fine. To each his own. But if I tried to hoard in this house, I would be living under cartons of, like my bedroom would be full of cartons. As it is right now, I'm stuck in a little corner and my table is absolutely full and I don't have much room. So I could imagine if I tried to stock up on like boxes of canned food, and I've got a couple of tubs of water downstairs in the cupboard, and I've got a bit of canned food down there, and I do have things, just like things you'd think, what do you need that for? And I always say, because one day, I'm sure that's what most hoarders say, one day that's going to come in handy. This whole schmozzle will pass, but it will be different. Yes, it will. It will definitely be different. You'll notice straight away things changing. But the bigger changes, I think, are going to happen over time. We'll get the plan, like what we're planning for, what we're aiming for, and then we'll start to work on freeing ourselves and, trying to prevent this from ever happening again. Because this cannot happen again. None of this can ever happen again. If it does, we just need to throw the whole government out then. Private Benjamin saying here, yep. Free Fly BE. My mum's nursing home is in lockdown. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully they will be okay. Private Benjamin, they call me the triage nurse on psych nurse online. Yes. That's good though. Because we're going to have to be there for people who do panic. Even some of you people who don't really know what's going on. If you can just keep other people calm and say, hey, this is all planned. I can't explain it to you right now, but we'll know shortly what's going on. Because if you think about it, all sporting events and everything I said were being shut down. No one's got anything to sidetrack them anymore. Everyone's focused now. And I think that was part of the plan too. Bring the focus in And then if they do report things on TV, I don't know if they're going to do the truth. But you'll start to see bits and pieces coming out. And eventually the TV won't have a choice. But as I said, the internet might go down for 10 days. But hang in there. You'll be all right. I swear to you, guys, just hang in there. Just do what you're told and stay indoors. And if you hear commotion outside, don't go out. Just stay in. Let it go. I know normally, look, I'm one of the first ones to go out and say, hey, stop, you know. I'm one of these people that, I'm only 5'2", but if someone's in trouble, I can't help myself. I don't know why. I have to, like, even if two big guys are punching on, I have to try and go, hey, stop, and try and get, I'm likely to get knocked out, to be honest. But I can't help it. It's just who I am. I don't like people fighting. I don't like seeing people getting picked on. I tend to stick up for people. So they can eat their toilet paper. Well, I'm wondering why they didn't go after food, and what are you going to be pulling out if you aren't eating? If you have no food and all you got is toilet paper, you're not, in the end, you're not going to need toilet paper. Nothing will be happening if you're not eating. That's why I think, why aren't the supermarkets out of food? You'd think that'd be the first thing people would go for. Yeah, that's sad. Free Flyby. Well, we can pray for your mum. Eric Bunch, that would be great, local shops. Yeah, I think it's going to go back to that. I think, like, these big supermarkets, I don't think are going to stand the way they are. And there's too much in them that's poison as well. A lot of the chemicals that we use for cleaning. Where am I up to? Exactly. You present calmness, they calm down. Yes, exactly. And I've also been listening to people on YouTube who believe the coronavirus, and these are truther channels. And I can see that they're not calm, and they're not really keeping anyone else calm by doing that, because, look, the TV is doing that enough, panicking people, let alone if we start doing it too. That's what I think. But hey, look, it's up to them. Some people are going to slip for a little bit, but they'll come back. So if any of your favourite YouTubers believe something different, everyone's allowed to slip every now and then. No one knows everything. And just help them. Try and help them to come back and calm down. I'm a hoarder from way back, not just food, but household things and linen, etc. And comes in handy. It does. Like, seriously, I used to think, right, when I was researching all this back before I knew about Q and all this, what was going on, I thought our guns have been taken away from us here in Australia, right? I know how to make a bow and arrow. So I made sure I had string. And it's the funniest thing, but I can whittle wood with a fold-away knife, you know, what do you call it? God, I'm forgetting everything. But I can whittle the wood, and I know exactly what to do to make a bow and arrow. And I used to sit there and think, okay, well, if shit does hit the fan, at least I know how to make a bow and arrow. And I honestly, I was willing to head out to the woods and hide and live off, God knows, squirrels and bugs, and I don't think we're going to need to do that. This is why I'm trying to get this message across, because we are not going to need to. There are people helping us, and we all need to come together now. It's time for us to all come together, because without us coming together, there's going to be chaos. So, vitamin D3 and B17 complex is an immune booster too. Yep. Yeah, look, I'm surprised that I think it is now. Vitamin C in Coles is just sold out up here. Go and start looking for the vitamin C in your shops, guys, because that would have been the first thing I would have thought most people went for. especially with a flu like threat, some sort of, yeah. I can food. Pantry is good size. Oh, you can food. I would love to know. I'm going to have to learn how to can and bottle food. Yes, sort the wheat from the tares. Yes, exactly. Bush survival skills is going to be important. Yes, it is. It is. And I don't know if anyone else has heard of a survival lily. I watched her for a few years back. A couple of years ago, was watching her building like bug out shelters and that. And I've watched like heaps of people do it. And I watched this guy make a mud hut. They're fantastic. That is amazing. And they make the bricks and they make even the roof, the tiles for the roof out of mud and sticks and water and sand. And oh my goodness, how good is that? I love those survival type skills. Yeah, have one day. That's my motto too. Yeah. I got Piney East Texas roots. Oh, really? Did I say that right? Piney? Eric Bunch, all right, all commute to work time. Be safe, don't panic and don't fall for MSN hype. Okay, Eric, see you later. Fred Last, the numbers being quoted can't be an accurate reflection of those infected because most people are being refused testing. Yeah, well, I really, what tests are they using? Like, who came up with the tests and how do we know these tests are accurate? And when you go to if you go to the doctors with the flu, they don't normally test you for like the major like swine flus that are out H1N1 unless they have really, really good reason. I don't know, but yeah, I honestly don't think it is what we think it is. I think it's nothing more than reasonably a normal flu or maybe a little more powerful flu, maybe. But then why aren't kids getting it? Kids are always susceptible to the flu first. Yeah, so there's too many ifs and buts and weirdness about the coronavirus. Caramel fudge, see Eric. Private Benjamin, I was a psych nurse, retired, but now I can use my skills online. Thank you for a second win. Yeah, exactly. Look, anyone who's helping anyone at the moment, I think that's what we need to do. We really just, we really need to focus right now, remain calm, and get the message out to other people to also remain calm. Right, no distractions left. Yeah, exactly. They don't. This was their last hit. And what I heard was that they were going to release a pandemic, and they actually had it planned for a couple of years ago, but it didn't work out. Something happened. But the good guys got a hold of it and turned it on them so that it affects them more than us. Our hotspot had big MS-13 and drug ring in the area. I heard that 500 people were arrested. Was it Mexico-US border? Bringing in drugs as well. It was a big bust. Yep, a big bust, okay. Private Benjamin, exactly why aren't people buying water and food? Yeah, that's what I would have thought the first thing people would have done was buy water and food. DFW, Texas ICE DEA bust. Oh, okay, that's what it was. I heard about that. Free fly bee, thank you so much, Heaven all. Oh, no worries. Private Benjamin, great chat, thanks y'all. Good, I'm glad, thank you, Heaven, I'm so glad I caught you live. Some chans are parroting MSN. Yes, they are. Some truther channels are parroting it. And they're the ones who told us not to listen to mainstream news. And I'm thinking, oh, look, you guys, you've slipped this one. You've slipped on this one. But they'll come back, I'm hoping. Otherwise, we know who they work for. We all help one another and beat this. Exactly. This is what we're here for. Unity and unison. Yep. I have an emergency walk away bag. Yep. But in times of uncertainty, I'm not leaving my home if I don't have to. Exactly. Unless, I can't even see me leaving home, to be honest now. I'm gonna wait it out because I think it'll be okay. Dependency on supermarkets emphasises how vulnerable the masses are if the food, is interrupted. Exactly. And if you get it from local markets, you're like direct from the grower. Even butchers, like you're nearly direct from the person who supplies the meat. Because once you've got supermarkets, you've got refrigeration and you've got storage and you've got, that's not really a good way, I don't think, and plus they spray the meat and they spray the vegetables and my goodness, no wonder we're sick. Where am I? Great therapy, canning and baking. I love baking and cooking. I would love to learn how to do it. What does Aussie squirrel taste like? I don't know. I don't think we've got, do we have squirrels? We've got possums. I'd hate to think of eating a possum. We've got plenty of foxes and kangaroo and, I don't know. I don't know if we actually have squirrels. Someone can tell me that if you know. Good, I'm glad I made a game. 10-minute to loop, just verbal rules. Private Benjamin, pine trees on country. Private Benjamins, we have board games if internet goes black. Yes, I would, stock up on, well, it's a bit late now, books. Board games, we've got board games here. We've got, what have we got? Oh, we've got card games too, and Ludo. That's for the kids because we've got Monopoly as well. But we've got ones for the kids as well so that they can play games. Whoa. Deplete the stress on social security, seniors dying. Yeah, but they die of the flu as well. If they get complications from the flu a lot, especially with the weakened immune system. Look, I think they should be dosing senior citizens with vitamin C, to be honest. I tried to tell my mum's just got out of hospital for an operation, and I've been trying to tell her, take the vitamin C, Mum. She said it makes her mouth go, she doesn't like it. I said, just keep taking it. There's ones you can buy that you can just swallow. Even buy them and take them because it'll prevent them from, my mum's 84, so it'll prevent her from getting sick, especially just coming out of an operation. She doesn't need to get sick right now. Tracy Capehart, how you going? I've heard Bill Gates owns the patent on the coronavirus. Have you heard these? Yes, I have. And they own a few different ones. I think Google also. Was it a Google patent? There's a few of them in there. If you go through patents on Google, you will find quite a few on coronavirus, a lot of different ones. Private Benjamin, Bill Gates pandemic bonds won't mature, I'm hearing. Yeah. Well, how else do they stop everything that these elites are doing? Is to, if you look at the economy and how that's going, they're stuck. The elite are stuck. Have you heard? I have heard techniques of hiding by painting biohazard on the property. Just saying, that's a good one. Oh, it would be. It would be. I wonder. Oh. Sorry, my cat. I wonder if Bunnings has them. They have all these signs in Bunnings, like for people's businesses, like no entry, and I'm wondering if they have a biohazard warning one, or some sort of hazard warning so that people don't enter your home. Caramel fudge, able to get beautiful homegrown beef the other day. Praise God for our neighbours. Oh, really? Oh, I live in cattle country. I'm jealous. A squirrel. To be honest, I don't think Australia has squirrels. Oh, dear. I'm not sure though. They could have been bought here. Caramel, we have fresh veggie stands and markets. Oh. See, if I drive an hour or two west, I'll start seeing, like on the side of the road, little the people selling their own veggies and stuff. And I'm looking into the beef and meat, getting it from a grass-fed place. Bloody tickle in my throat, I swear. Okay. Yeah, Private Benjamin, rather partial to a game of Scrabble. I wanted to get Yahtzee. I haven't played that for years, but I want the original one, not any new weird looking. Have you seen what they've done with Monopoly? Can you still buy the original Monopoly? Because they've got like 150 new Monopolies, and it's a bit ridiculous. Okay, I'm trying to find where I'm up to. I barter Tamils for beef. Camels? No? Tamils. Check to make sure your supplements aren't Big Pharma China. Oh, God, yeah. They probably are. They've probably given me the tickle in my throat. Private Benjamin, we have our own veggie garden and orchard, but cool summer made our veggies struggle this year. Yeah, it was, actually. Everyone thought it was hot just because we had a few 40-something degree days. Gates stepped down from Google today, not stepping away. Really? No toilet paper, no paper towel, no sanitizer, no eggs, no juice, no bread, etc. Stores are rationing now. Are they really? Where are you from, Tracy? What country and what area? Like sort of around about what area? Yeah, socialism monopoly. Like really? All these years we've had one Monopoly game that did us just fine. For all these years, they never changed it. And then all of a sudden, Monopoly's gone. Am I still on? Something weird just happened to the... Yep, I'm still going. Also, store was wiped out of meat. Ooh. Houston area. All normal in my part of town. Is that what you meant, town? JD? Or is that somewhere I don't know? Is TX... Is that Texas? I'm trying to make sure I know all the areas. My parts of TN. Stress, Tracy, that's getting tough. Yeah, when you're running out of food and everything. Oh, see, this would have helped if people were preparing earlier. Monopoly is a great teaching tool for small children, creating community chests like the lottery and sharing, paying rent for another player, bail them out, give them $200 anyway. Is this fake virus BS going to last another 8 months? I don't think it's going to last 8 months. I think it'll be over in a month or two, max. And then things will start. We'll start hearing pieces of truth coming out. And watch out for your emergency warnings for those in America. Oh, always the way, isn't it? I'm going to have to get that later. Okay, that totally distracted me. Those in America, watch out for your emergency warning texts. Where was that? Tracy, howdy, neighbour of Dallas. And JD Pass, Tennessee. Okay, Tennessee. TN means Tennessee. Okay. I know most of them, but there are a couple here and there that I don't know because, look, I love America. And I love England. And I love Ireland. And I love Australia. And I love Canada. I would love to go and visit all these places, but not if the deep state's running them. But yeah, honestly. So I like to know areas and countries, and I don't know all of every area and every country, but I try to keep up with, which ones are which. Like one Barbie, now look at all of them. Yeah, I heard briefly they were limiting other items now, but they didn't say what. I don't watch MSM all the time, but only to observe something. That's a good idea. Yeah, and don't believe them, for God's sake. Whatever they're telling you, just think the opposite, and you're probably more closer to the truth than what they're actually telling you. Caramel fudge, yes, it's getting ridiculous. Yeah. Good, I'm glad. I'm in Southwest Oklahoma. Altus. Good, I'm glad. Hello, Texas. Private Benjamin, Texas, non-sanctuary state. We have mandatory curfew. Private Benjamin, howdy. Anyone on Facebook? I am under Heather MC, Mac MC. And it should be the same picture as what is on my YouTube channel. And that's how you'll find me. Heather Mac. It's just MC. And if you guys want to add me, and we'll add each other, and for anyone who is on Facebook anyway. Tracy, it's not that bad where I am, Vic Australia yet. Caramel fudge yet. Yeah, well, I'm in Sydney, Australia, and the stores still have food. It's only toilet paper and tissues and paper towel. What else? Some canned foods. I think the tomatoes went first. Canned tomatoes. They were the first things to sell out. With my son, he manages a store. It was rice, pasta, canned tomatoes, and like tomato paste and things like that. Things you could keep and make a lot with. The joke here is Texas is America's Australia, so we kinfolk. Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah. A PTW, Western Australia government advertised nurse jobs at a call centre. Job duration 8 or 9 months apparently. Okay. It could be for other reasons too. There's hints that there's cures coming for things too. And if I believe nurses will be needed. Nurses and will definitely be needed. And not just for that, but people panicking even. People getting themselves into a tizzy. And I think what we're about to find out in the next 8 months will probably drive half the people into hospital anyway. Or panic them enough that they will have heart attacks. Some people will. Because the truth is that shocking that when we find out what's going on, it's like I know a bit, but I think I'm going to be shocked as well at what I find out, at what we find out. So, yeah, I Private Benjamin, I think we're all kinfolk, to be honest. Especially us with the like-minded, You're like brothers and sisters, guys. Brothers and sisters from another mother and father. My cat's just gone nuts. Okay. I love England. People treated us great when I was there in the Navy. It was in the 70s. Yeah, England's lovely. Like, in the countrysides, I love the lands as well. I look at the land and I look at the people, and um, yeah, I've been to Egypt a long time ago when I was 7. See, we came from Ireland and we went on a ship and we stopped at a lot of places before we got here. And I was nearly kidnapped in Egypt, actually. I was 7, I had short red hair, and we were on a touring bus to have a look at the sights. And I was one of the first off the bus. You know, when you're 7, then you dive through everyone's legs just to get off. Well, I was one of the first off the bus, and some guy put one of those, those white things with the band around it on my head and had me on a camel. My dad was chasing him, and he thought I was a little boy. He said, "Little boy, want to ride on the camel?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I said, "I'm a girl." Anyway, my dad ran after us saying, "That's my daughter. Hey, hey, back here." So I was just lucky I had on the ball parents, I think, other than me escaping through all the people's legs off the bus. Private Benjamin, indeed, sir. JD. One reporter actually asked the president what people who couldn't get hand sanitizer were supposed to do. Really? She told to wash her hands. It was hard to watch. Exactly. What happened? We never needed hand sanitizer. There's a tap. Turn it on. Wash. Get a bit of soap even. And my goodness, what have we come to? Oh my God. Tracy Capehart. Good, I'm glad Oklahoma is beautiful. That's one place I haven't been, to America. I'd love to go. Have a look at America and Canada and go all the way through. I've got another cousin who's doing that at the moment. Good, I'm glad. I feel like we're definitely drawn to each other. We are family. Yeah, we are. Definitely. Private Benjamin, bar soap not touched in stores, spoiled humans. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you wash your hands with soap, and I don't know what I hold the soap under the tap just to get all the bubbles and stuff off it, and then put it down. I don't see how there's going to be that many germs on. And if you share a household with your family or whoever, and if you have one bar of soap in the shower and you use it, I mean, we never had a problem before. Pride Benjamin, good one, sir. Free fly bee. Oh my God. Good, I'm glad I'm born Texan. Tracy Capehart, good, I'm glad. Yes, sister, we are family. Private Benjamin, lady. You're a lady. Female, yes. Tracy Capehart, good, I'm glad. I was also born in Texas. Free fly bee, I'd love to see Australia. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely when they're not burning it down. Oh, but it's beautiful. I love this country. I really do. I come from Ireland and they've got rolling green hills and that, but look, in Australia they've got little rolling green hill patches, and then they've got bush, the dry scrub patches, and it's all beautiful. And the birds and the animals, and most of the people are generally nice, I think, without being made to be angry, because I think at the moment everything that's been happening to us for the last 20 to 30 years has just started making people angrier and angrier. People are getting... It's just, that's what I think social engineering does to us, and then all these little waves of energy going through the air. Private Benjamin, come to Texas, I'll make Tex-Mex. Oh, yum. Good, I'm glad I forgot to get soap. Oh, no. I've got plenty here. Where can I send it? That's one thing I did stock up on, and I have, 20 bars of soap. I really don't need them. I can't use half of them because I'm allergic to it, and that's probably why I've got so much soap. I buy it, I try one, I find out I'm allergic to it, and have to stop using it, and then the whole pack of soap is just sitting there. JD Powers, I met some sailors from Australia in Gitmo of all places. They sure guzzled some beers down with us. No one could understand what anyone was talking about after we got drunk. That would be hilarious. Oh, that would be hilarious. It really would be. I could imagine it. I can't even drink, guys. I'm not a drinker. I cannot. It makes me so sick. Private Benjamin, I have my granny's soap recipe. Oh, that would be good. Private Benjamin, drunk sailors. Yeah, I can't drink. I don't know what. Like, it really makes me sick. I'm about the only Irish person in the world who can't drink, I think. Free Fly B, yes, your country has been targeted for some reason. Yeah, I think we all have. Like, even in different ways, our countries are being targeted, either overrun with immigration, fires, floods. I mean, that happens anyway in cycles too. Tracy Capehart, Private Benjamin, I'm so sorry. I should not have called you sir. I'm truly sorry. I'm sure it should be fine. Yeah. I grew up on a farm. It's caramel fudge. I grew up on a farm. Dogs, cats, sheep, mud, dirt, all good for ideas. We need to be playing. Like, we need our children to be playing in the dirt. That's how they get their immunity from things as well. They build up immunity from it. Private Benjamin said, no worries, Tracy. There you go. Good, I'm glad. Where we go one, we go all. Australia. Exactly. Worldwide. Worldwide too. Hearts from Tracy Capehart. Good, I'm glad. JD Powers. Private Benjamin. True. Social immigration in all countries. Yeah. They were planning to cause havoc. And good, I'm glad. Colorado is a big mess. I think a lot of us are in the same boat. I don't recognise Australia from even 20 years ago. It's not the same place. And therefore you've got like changes happening that you know, we don't always see these changes happening because of other people coming in. And like, okay, the toilet paper fight. I've got a video on a fight about toilet paper. Neither of them were Australian. And they were fighting. Have we seen any footage of Australians fighting over toilet paper? Because I could tell both of them were not Australian. They were not born here. I'm sorry. I'm not racist. It's not what I mean. But with immigration brings different beliefs and different attitudes, and if you do it too much, it will overrun the attitudes you had before. So, fun fact, the real UK monarch lives in Australia. Saw it on History Channel special. I saw that too. Some guy and his daughters. Good, I'm glad. Gotcha. Hello.
Here you go.
Did you buy Nanny present?
No, it's from the gym.
Oh, thank you very much, sweetie. Can you go out and close Nanny's door, please? Okay. That was my grandson. He's too cute. Yeah, so see, I got distracted again. I think I've got ADD, sorry, not ADHD, I'm not hyperactive. But yeah, as soon as I'm distracted, it's like takes a while to get back to where my train of thought again. Wonderfully made. How you going? It's all to crash the market. A cashless society in America, we know. It's all BS. Keep your eyes on Jesus, not your television. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be cashless. They're talking about returning to Goldback standard. And if it was all electronic, they wouldn't need to change a thing right now. they really wouldn't need to change, and we wouldn't need to go on a gold standard because they just keep playing with the numbers on the computer. So I don't even think it's going to be crypto. And I think they're trying to stop it from being the cashless society. The media will push the cashless society because that's what they want. Okay, but what is happening now is trying to stop all that from happening. I agree with you on, don't believe the television. And just pray. And I would agree also that it is to crash the market because they were trying to do that. Just watch what happens though, because there is another economy backed by gold. No, cough again. Hang on one sec. Good, I'm glad. I know what you're saying. I was told by LaQuinta they would not hire me for housekeeping. Really? Free Flyby. Oh. Is that for my grandson coming in? Wonderfully made to bring the chip mark of the beast. Yeah, look, I believe that too. All these years I've been studying this, that's what I was expecting. Until I looked at Q and what is going on with Trump, and I was really wary of it too, believe me. All the way through I was saying, I'm still wary, I'm still wary, I'm still wary. But what we can see now is what they've told us is happening. And so that's why I would tend to trust that a little bit more than anything I hear on mainstream news now. Eddie Down Under, I don't have a TV anymore, market crashes coming. Yeah, the market is crashing. It won't be the same money system we have now. Free Flyby, yes, grandson, yeah. He's so cute. I love my kids and my grandkids and my family. And good, I'm glad blatantly told me because I am white, no housekeeping for whites. Really? That's bad. That's really bad. No one should ever, and that's what we're finding. So this is what we were being driven into. This is what's going to be reversed too, I believe, all that political correctness and the minorities. If you have minorities dictating everything for everybody else, that is not a democracy, because a democracy is majority rule. So if you have minorities dictating everything and rules and laws and things like that, that's socialism, isn't it? And that look, Australia was pretty much going full on socialist. And there are people who still believe that it should be. But I just believe those people aren't educated enough to understand what socialism does to countries. Look at Venezuela. Look at your supermarket shelves right now. If they're empty, that's what socialism will do. Whatever the end game, I think cash will be around for a while yet, not into crypto. Yeah. Look, I think, to be honest, even the internet and making everybody use the internet, it's not going to happen. There are people who don't want to and can't use the internet. Elderly people, my mum and dad. Well, my dad knows how to use a computer, but you don't want everything on the internet. Look, it was harder for people to rob you when you actually got a pay packet in your hand. Then people would physically have to confront you to take that money. Now they can do it all online. If they're good enough hackers, they can. They've made it easier for us to be robbed. And see, this is where we've got to turn back. This can't, and that's why I don't know if the internet will survive. I really don't know. I'd be surprised if it still does. It'll change though. And hopefully we won't have to rely on the internet to do like banking and things like that. I'll refuse to go that way. I'll go and live in the bush if that's what it comes to. Caramel fudge. I've got 3 grandies and their dad arriving soon. Can't wait. Oh, I love it. I love spending time with my grandsons. And I do it all the time. And I talk to them, like the little people, just beautiful little beings. Private Benjamin, AI, the Beast, Cashless Society, Social Scoring, REHK. Yeah. Although trying to turn everywhere into China. The same social credit things that they have. And I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I don't know what makes me think that, but I don't think it's going to. And actually, I do know what makes me think that, because if we're going to a backed by gold money standard, it wouldn't be crypto, because we don't even need to change the money standard to go to crypto, because it's all noughts and ones and zeros or whatever you've got on the computer. They could just keep going with it. But if they're changing it, it means something different. So that's why I think. Okay, JD Powers, democracy is mob rule. Wish they would quit calling us democracy. The US is a republic. Yes, it is. It is. But Australia's supposed to be a democracy. I don't like anything how it's going at the moment. We've had votes to become a republic, and so far we've had to say no because we have a constitution that protects us, but it's relied on, we rely on the Queen for that. And you've got to be careful when going into a republic from, say, where we are, because it's too easy for a tyrant to take over. But look, as I said, I think things are just about change. Nothing will be like it is now. It's going to be a big, big change. And I don't think anyone's going to go without noticing it. It'll affect everybody in a good way. I think what's coming is good. Good, I'm glad. A non-speaking Russian hired by another Russian to be a receptionist at a sports clip only made $2 less than licensed hairstyles, Colorado. Really? Non-English speaking. So that's another thing. When people come to the country, whether it's Australia, Canada, America, UK, they should be able to speak the language. If we go to, if I'm going to go over to China, I'm going to try and learn the language. I'm not going to get there and go, how are you going to communicate, I think we should just have some cash on you just in case the bank does not open. That's a good idea too. Can't find you on Facebook. Okay. When the live stream's over, I'll try and put the link in the comments to my Facebook page. If you can't find Heather, HEATHERMC, that's a space and then MC, and the same picture as I have here on YouTube, I will put my Facebook down below so that you guys can, if you want to, you can add me, and I'll accept. Caramel fudge, Eddie Down Under, we made sure of that as well as the food and loo paper. Yeah, cash, yeah. China has a big stake in Aussie dollars, but it will fail. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What we're going to witness is the turnaround of all of this. Sire True, RE Democratic, heard someone say today, demon rats. Yeah, exactly. Democrats, demon rats, yeah. Private Benjamin, would love it if America annexed Australia. Yeah, I'd rather, honestly, than Europe. I don't know the answer to it, because Europe is just like they're in trouble. England, the Queen. Oh, why would you want to be ruled by criminals? That's what it seems like. Tracy Capehart, Private Benjamin, I'm on Facebook. Tracy Kathleen Capehart Nixon. I'll try and look you up too, Tracy. Yep, Tracy 5x5, yep. 5x5 for anyone else means gotcha. Loud and clear. Okay, guys, I think I've been going for an hour and a half. Wow. I wonder how long it will take the Chinese people to reclaim their country. There's a good side to the internet. Yes, there is a good side to the internet. And in a way, I do hope it survives. I just don't want to have to be reliant on it for anything. I like to get things done. I used to like the old paperback system because if the internet goes down, you lose your information, or certain amount of information you can lose. But whereas if you've got paper-backed work, you can still access that straight away as long as it's filed and everything properly. Yeah, so look, we'll see what happens, guys. That's all we can do. See how things go. And hope for the best and pray. And just keep sending the calming, good vibes out because I really think it's going to be okay. I really do. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't think it. I really wouldn't. So, okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. And I hope you have a good day and good night wherever you are. It's daytime here, 12:45 p.m. on Saturday, the 14th of March. Thank you. I love your work. Thank you very much, Sire. Better go. Blessings, everyone. Until next time, have thanks. Yep. Robert Benjamin, what does 5 by 5 mean? 5 by 5 means loud and clear, or all good. Have a good day, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.